It's the end of an era, if a year is an era. Hello, my name is Margaret Adele, and welcome to the December channel update. And this will be the final channel update on the channel, at least in this format. I thought about it for a while, but when I started looking at how I wanted my channel to look in 2023, there just wasn't any reason to have this here. I have started a TBR game roll for TBR, and I will be talking about the previous month's reading in that series, so there wasn't a lot of reason to have another video series on top of it, also talking about my month in review. And I have thought about it, and there's not a lot more reason for me to continue talking about my personal life on here as much. The work situation has improved drastically. Even with everything going on, this school year has been infinitely nicer than the previous school year. Next school year could also be awful again. It happens, but regardless, a big reason that I was doing the personal life part of these updates was because of the fertility and trying for a baby, and now that we've fully put that to rest, there's not a lot of reason to be talking about that anymore. We were wondering if the holidays were gonna bring up stuff, if we were gonna second guess ourselves, but honestly, no, that didn't really happen. It was still very stressful, but it was very stressful in the we are working in education in the weeks before Christmas break kinds of stressful, aka very standard stress. And honestly, looking back, I would not have wanted to have, been on meds and done all of that while also dealing with that stress. I'm very, very happy I didn't have to worry about that. And I am happy that moving forward, the people above the chain at work, so to speak, are still working on improving things and helping with violence among the kids and easing that. So I am hopeful moving forward. Other plans have been made. The teacher that I work with was ready to jump into the new school year when I last saw her before we left for break. So I'm excited for that. And in general, I just have a lot more energy for things moving forward. And that is such in stark contrast to last year. At the end of 2021, I was limping to the finish line, crawling. I was in a haze. I was like, just get me out of here. And now the difference is so vast. I'm excited. I want to go and do things, and I have plans, and I'm going to try new things, and I'm going to push myself, and I'm going to do more things, organizing and starting new habits, and basically accepting that certain things just needed to be put to rest so that other things could flourish. And I fully believe that I can push and grow in 2023. And it's not that I regret everything I did in 2022. I like knowing for a fact that my decisions are solid. And so the fact that it took us to that point, to October, to finally put down, okay, we're just not having a baby and moving forward, and knowing that's the right choice for us is so nice. Because I think if we'd tried stopping sooner, we probably would have still been second guessing, because we had stopped early before and second guessed and went back to trying, and now we're finally like, no, no, we're done. We are still maintaining our foster license. Thankfully, we have reached the point of the process where we no longer have to do all of the paperwork to renew it every year. We do still have to do the trainings for it, and we have signed up for those for January, but I don't have a small stack of forms I have to fill out till next year. And then eventually, the longer you maintain a foster license, the more and more years go between actually having to fill out all the paperwork. But we are still going to do that. No immediate desires to have a new placement right away. We've only just gotten to a point where we feel like we have brain space in our lives again. And a new placement can be very stressful, but we're getting there. I'm feeling very confident about my online presence, ironically, seeing as so many people are seem to be burning out en masse and things are crumbling, is when I feel the most solid in my online presence. And I also am finding love and writing again. NaNoWriMo knocked me down a little bit harder than it would have usually. I need to go back to leaving that in the rearview mirror. But I also did realize that there's a writing group in my area, so there's more opportunities there. In general, I am really, really hopeful about the future in a way that I was not in 2021. So the year of rest, despite how long it took me to actually get the rest done, worked. It helped. It actually did it. And moving forward, I am ready to get out of bed and do things. So yay, but also, how did my reading go? So as far as reading goes, I did read 12 books, or rather I'm on track to read 12 books, but I have less than 100 pages left, and it's a contemporary romance from a series I love. That'll get done. But review books. I did not read one at all. I got really caught up in the Pop Sugar Reading Challenge. Beat it! Thank you. And was inspired to make like 10 new recommendations list going into 2023 from when I read. And I got a lot of books that had been on my TBR for a while that I pre-owned finally off. I did a lot more unhauling. I am looking really good as far as like my non-review reading goes. But review reading, is not great. And, well, this is a good problem to have because I got a shout out from a bigger booktuber, Reads with Rachel, and she pointed out that, you know, oh, if you want indie recs, go to Margaret. Great. I love that. I want more people to be like, Margaret gives you the indie recs. Great. Just one thing is that now I have more indie authors in my inbox. And I've already gotten several review requests that are waiting to give a nudge in the new year, like 3 or 4 already, and my review list is already sitting at like 9. So it's gonna be touch and go in January. And I already did my roll for TBR. And the dice gods were not kind. They are testing me. There are 2 books on that are over 500 pages and some TBR vets and the chunky high fantasy. So I'm really going to be proving whether or not I mean it when I say that 2023 is my year of growth and creativity. We're going to try. But beyond the TBR, I just really need to hammer down on review books and get those read. I am excited for some of the review requests I've seen. Like, yes, more people need to be sending me alien romances, like, duh. And I am also going to be doing a 24-hour readathon on the 1st of the year, just because I am reinstating my TBR challenge that I had put on pause for the holidays. So I kind of want to get like at least a couple books read in one day so that I already have slots opened for when I get that deluge of review requests. And I'm also really proud of myself that even with the TBR paused, I have not exploded in buying books. I've still been very purposeful about it, even with it currently offline. But I am going to be turning it back on in January. And I'm feeling kind of a little bit of pressure from all of the review books that I'm going to have towering over me. I low-key might not put them on the TBR challenge for the month of January. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet, but I need to really crack down on those before they overtake me. So be on the lookout for a lot of reviews moving forward. And I will also hopefully get a 24-hour readathon vlog up. And once I actually announce, hey, I'm open, I might end up with a lot more review requests than I even anticipated. There could be people that are like waiting in the wings for me to give the announcement. That's actually happened before. I forget that that's a thing. I forget that like authors have like decided they're gonna like review requests and then see that I'm closed and so they don't, but then the minute they see that I open, they send it. Like I forget that that's a thing that somebody could be waiting on right now. So I could get overwhelmed right at the first month of the year, but we're gonna try. And in general, I am really proud of myself for beating the Pop Sugar Challenge. That was awesome. Already jumping into 2023, thinking about things, especially because the 2023 prompt list seems like just for me. And that is it. My final channel update for the year. Who knows? Maybe things will go sideways again and I'll bring these back as my pseudo therapy sessions. But for right now, the year of rest, was what I needed it to be. It did what I needed it to do, and I can move forward feeling a lot better about things and start growing and improving in the way I want to now that I don't feel like I have a bunch of stuff resting on top of me. And I am really grateful for the people that did watch all these. I know not a lot of people did, but if you have any interest in my life, that's always great to hear. And I did appreciate that some people did earnestly want to keep up with me. I'm hopeful that I can get more videos out focusing on recommendations lists and rambling discussions on things and just have more fun putting more content out. So be on the lookout for that. If you are one of the new subscribers that has come as a result of the shout out, thank you for coming here. Yes, there is indie books aplenty, and I hope I can give more recommendations for everyone. And with nothing else to say, I hope you have a wonderful day and a marvelous new year.